Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So we're at almost the halfway mark of the week. Monday Night Football for the Philadelphia Eagles at the link, at home. And just want football to be here, man. Wait until Monday night is kind of getting crazy right now. So have some updates for the Philadelphia Eagles. Some things. There was like one thing that I missed on that I think like a few days ago I kind of wanted to talk about, and people have been kind of complaining about the distribution of the football and how we use certain players on this team. But some other updates as well for the Philadelphia Eagles compared, for the roster this week and other stuff. So let's get straight into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? So when we talk about the safety position right now, we know how much of a ball hawk Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is right now. Marcus Epps hasn't really been playing too good and kind of worries me a little bit. These are two guys that are going to be free agents. Now, we know that we've seen the news the other day about Jonathan Abram being a free agent and he's available and all that great stuff. The problem that I have with this right now is how, the more weeks that go by, depending if injuries happen, but if you're just trying to upgrade a depth for a position or something like that, you got to be careful while doing that because you don't want to add too many new pieces to your team when you're getting closer and closer to getting to the playoffs and having a playoff game. You know what I mean? So that's why when you keep guys in like Kavon Wallace, he knows the system, he knows the players, he knows the defense, even though he's not great. The familiarity of the defense is what keeps him as a body for that depth at safety. As much as you want to say it here, you got two free agents after this year, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, which has been a complete ball hawk, has really been has gotten acclimated to that safety spot so good. And it took him a little bit of a time to get used to the position because when he first got traded here, he didn't really flash at all. But it took a few weeks for him to make some noise. 5 picks for the season, leads the whole league in interceptions, which is awesome. And now having Marcus Epps, which, he came from being a number 3 safety, role player safety to a pure starter that really got his respect last year. And I think he definitely earned it this year. But Marcus Epps has not been playing good. You think about what you do after this year, and Marcus Epps could walk in the free agency. I'm signing Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to a multi-year deal. I don't care what it takes to get him, keep him in the building. I think he wants to be in the building, and I think this is his home. This is where he should be. This is where he deserves to be. Now, Jonathan Abram, obviously a first-round draft pick bust from John Gruden and Mike Mayock. And Mike Mayock, the draft guru, I thought he was a big cheat code going to the Raiders. And, man, I used to love watching Mike Mayock cover those Eagles preseason games because you really got to see, find out the whole background of every player. And it was always great just to hear him talk about all that stuff. But for him, obviously getting fired a while back and Gruden getting fired because of all the crap that was going on with him, some of these players are going to become available now. So Jonathan Abram has been released. Now, the only issue I have with this team right now, especially, well, not really with the team, but when you make moves or want to create depth, you got to be careful doing that because the later that you wait to do this, the worse it's going to be because you don't want to add too many new pieces too late in the season, guys that are learning the system, and you don't want to do this too late. As much as we don't like Kavon Wallace, he knows the system. He knows the players. And obviously not a great player in my eyes and hasn't been a great player since drafted here. All talk, no play. And that's just, he just can't back it up like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson can. But you don't want to make if you're going to make a change at safety depth-wise, you make it now because if you wait later on, like I said, that's why Nakobe Dean doesn't get reps because we keep the hot hand in the game, and there's just too much to go around right now with players playing at a high level. So you can't make too many changes because you don't want to ruin that formula of what you have in the game right now and ruin that depth that you have right now. So I get why you'd add a guy like Jonathan Abram to your roster, okay? But do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. I think if there's injuries later on to some teams, somebody will pick him up. But as an importance that we need him right now, I don't know. If you're gonna do it now. But you can't wait weeks. You can't wait like another 4 to 5 weeks to make this move because You know what I mean? Then he's going to get here. Then he's got to learn. Then we don't even know how great, how good he is, in which he's not right now. So can someone get his skill set out of him? Can someone, get him productive? And that's going to be the question. So, like I said, too many changes too late is not a great thing for this team. What they have is what they got to keep in the building right now. And Gannon just has to work around that. And I think he can, but we'll see what happens down the road. And involving the Eagles roster, Andre Chachere, and I actually said his name for the first time right, thank God. Chachere is on the active roster at safety, which is good. So is Chachere better than Kevon Wallace? We'll see. Not sure, but I think he is just a little bit productive. I've seen him make a little bit more plays when he gets into these games. And the Eagles signed an extra tackle for the week in Fred Johnson right now. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully Mulata is 100%. Hopefully his shoulder's not bugging him that much, because that short week kind of killed us a little bit, because Lane Johnson definitely struggled. He got beat once in the game, but Mulata really struggled. We really haven't talked about this offensive line. When you don't talk about a position group during a game, it means that there's nothing wrong, that we really haven't been able to complain about anything with that offensive line. Mulata gave up 2 sacks and kind of killed himself for it. Then Sirianni said in his press conference that it was his fault because of those 2 sacks, and I think he was just protecting his player from getting attacked by everybody. I think that was part of it. I don't know if Sirianni's the fault for him giving up 2 sacks, which I don't know why. I think it's more of a protection thing, which isn't a bad thing, but, I know that's probably a lie. I know that he probably just said it to get heat off of him, that it was his fault, okay? And hopefully Mulata's shoulder is a lot better this week with a couple extra days off, and just give him a lot of rest. There's no doubt in my mind this week that a lot of guys are getting rest, and that's totally fine. But you want to get these guys in practice at the end of the week to make sure everything's good. So, and then obviously, like I said, you have more depth at tackle, which is a good thing. You have Driscoll that can play 3 positions. Fred Johnson, probably nothing special, but he gets his shot just in case, just for extra reps and stuff like that, in case, they need an extra body at tackle, just in case anything happens. I don't know if Fred Johnson plays guard tackle. I have no idea about this player at all. So we will see. We will find out. Next, I want to go over Devonta Smith. Now, this was like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or maybe a week ago when this happened. People need to realize Devonta Smith was on Instagram and talked about about the fantasy. He said, I just want to let you all know I don't give a crap about fantasy. This is the most selfless team I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's nobody asking, like there is nobody, asking for the ball. There's no one complaining about their receptions or playing, not getting the ball enough. Like, this is the most, like, it's crazy. Like, these guys don't care about their personal statistics, and that's what's going to win you football games. You know what I mean? Like, there are going, like, guys, and there have been people complaining about distribution. The only thing I can complain about the receiver core right now, which I have really nothing to complain about, if there's one thing to complain about, is I wish we had a deep threat guy. I'm not saying that AJ Brown can't go down. I'm talking about a speed guy that goes down the field. We really haven't had that since the Vikings game with Quez Watkins on that blown coverage. Okay, on go routes. We really don't run those routes unless it was A.J. Brown for those 3 touchdown passes. But I'm talking about a faster guy in Devonta Smith. Like, why don't they use Devonta Smith on go routes or try to put him? I understand you don't want to do that all the time, because I like when Jalen Hurts, when he extends plays, Devonta Smith gets wide open. I think he's a very good piece. I just think they should use him more as a deep guy as well, which I'm just nitpicking right now. I'm not saying it should happen, but because I think they're throwing a lot of mid-tier passes now, which is good. I like them throwing middle of the field, getting a bunch of yak yards, especially A.J. Brown with over 700 yards for the season already, because I think that guy will have 1,100 yards or more this season. But I think with Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith only has like 2 catches less than A.J. Brown right now. Not even that, but you got to look at Dallas Goedert too, because he's getting a lot of reps. George Kittle and Travis Kelce, watch out, because Dallas Goedert is friggin' elite, man. He might miss those easy catches. He might have some drops here and there. I don't know. Sometimes it just happens. But relatively, he's been healthy this year, which is good because usually he gets those injuries. 1 out of every 6 games he gets injured, but I've been loving what the tight ends have been doing too. So I like that. It's a very unselfish team, a very unselfish wide receiver to tight end core, and giving everybody a chance, giving Zach Pascal a chance when he does all the dirty work. Giving Jack Stahl a chance that he's been very much impressing me. They've been throwing to him really since the Cowboys game. Yeah. Sorry. I was just choking on something for no reason. Pause. So those guys are just very unselfish, and that's what makes you. Now, last year was a different story when we had like no number one receiver. Well, Devonta Smith wasn't treated like one, and Devonta Smith was literally having not little arguments with Jalen Hurts over. I was open, telling Nick Sirianni to give him the ball when it was crunch time, and they never did. It was piss poor job they did last year on trying to get Devonta Smith the ball. And I'm happy with this receiver core. I really don't have a problem with it at all. I think they've done a really good job. And, I think the best is yet to come with this offense because, like, they always do different things every game. Like, they have tricks up their sleeve. Shane Steichen is a smart offensive coordinator. And sometimes he has been a little bit pass happy at times, but at least they let Jalen Hurts have control, which is a very good thing. So, I'm not worried about this receiver core at all. It's been pretty good. Jalen Hurts, interesting one for MVP, okay? I don't really talk about the MVP race because I really don't even care about it. I really don't care about it at all because I don't think Jalen Hurts even cares about it because the man just wants to win football games, doesn't care about his statistics just like everybody else. But what Jalen Hurts has had, especially on what he's done this year, man, like it's really hard, especially Josh Allen going down, could be out a couple weeks. So this might pave the way for Jalen Hurts maybe to win MVP this year. Who knows? You know what I mean? Carson Wentz would have had MVP in 2017, but, unfortunately he ended up getting hurt. And if you miss a lot of time, they don't award you with that. That's just the way it is. So if you want to go over statistics for Jalen Hurts, this is just, when I read this, I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. He's completed 35 for 53 passes on 3rd and 4th down. 467 yards and 4 touchdowns. No picks. Okay. Thrown a pick every 50 passes in his career. 119.0 QBR on 3rd and 4th down, which is crazy. 3rd highest in the league, right behind Tua and Mahomes, which is great. 12.4 per completion. Only QB in history to throw for 500 career passes, average 12.4 yards per completion. Okay, 1 pick every 50 attempts. That is monster. That is just barely throwing picks. I mean, he's got 2 picks for the year. Should have 1 pick for the year. That's stupid. That was on Gainwell, that screen pass that he threw to Gainwell, and it was deflected off Gainwell's fingertips. He should have only 1 pick for the year this year. It's been a flawless year for Jalen Hurts. What was he at the Texans game? 21 for 28? I mean, they passed a little bit more in that game, but damn, man, like, just the guy has been unbelievable. And I don't talk about MVP that much because I don't care about it. Like, it's just to a point where this is a team game at the end of the day, and those receivers and the tight ends, the offensive line. I mean, it's a whole entire group, the defense, the whole entire group that works together. And Hurts is having a fantastic year, a year that I didn't think he was going to have because I eat my words from last year on if he plays like 20% better, I'll be happy. He's playing 85 to 90% better this year, and it's been off the charts as of right now, and I can't complain about it whatsoever. So, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, we're still waiting. It's only Wednesday right now, so we have a game, and I got to wait till Monday night. It's been kind of crazy, but if you guys haven't checked out my official new Discord, check it out in the description or in the pinned comment below for the new Discord, and definitely join up that, and we'll be ready in the next few days. Rest these guys up. We'll be ready for the Commanders to sweep them this Monday night, and that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up. Follow us live. Peace out, guys. Peace.